In this video, we are going to set up a scene to render using an image plane and adjusting the image plane to my camera. So I'm going to create to start it's a completely empty scene. There is nothing in it, and although I have an image, a plane right there that I'm going to just delete so that I can start from scratch. And I'm going to create a camera right here. And that's going to be my camera that I'm going to render with. I'm going to just look through that camera now. It's camera 1. So I'm looking through the camera right now. And to start, I'm going to create an image plane for it. I could create an image plane by clicking on the little icon here, or I could create an image plane by just simply saying image plane. If I import an image plane, and it's going to take a few seconds to launch my window there, but if I import an image plane, the easiest way to go around about it is to have an image plane while my Maya is loading up there, that it's already the size that I need to export to. What I mean by that is that if I can open up the photograph in Photoshop and I can render it, crop it and have it at the actual size, 1920 by 1080, that would be completely uh, uh, easy to do. So let me try to get that picture here. It's the footage number 1, and open that, and the image shows there, and I can just tell it. I can go under my camera's settings, and I can see the resolution gate, which is the area that the camera is going to be rendering at. And I can see here I'm moving my camera now. So my camera, I can use it and try to align the ground plane to the camera's perspective. You can see that I'm kind of rotating. You can do just that, trying to get a sense of what your ground plane will do on that location. And you see that the image fits perfectly into your resolution rate. When you have that aligned, you just lock your camera and then you're good to go. You can start creating assets, or you can start importing your assets on your plane, on your object here, and then, or you can create an actual plane to create your ground plane there. What happens if the camera is not or the image plane is not fit to the 1620 by 1920 by 1080? So I'm going to unlock my camera, so I have my camera so completely locked again, and I'm going to create a new image plane. And the image plane that I'm going to bring in is that other photograph that I have, which is using a 4:3 format, which is this one. And the photograph, it's it has a 4:3 size. Let me see if I can close this file here. It's too large. And I'm going to, it's going to call non-flat ground. I'm going to say non-flat ground. There is my TIFF file. I'm going to open it, and that image comes and it doesn't fit my resolution gate. So what I need to do with that is just simply go to the attribute editor on my image plane, and I know I just change the way my camera is placing that image plane. You can right now using the fit to the best, but you can play with it. If you say fill takes it to the point you want it to. Fill might be, or horizontal, which is the same, or you can fit it to the vertical. I'm sorry, not the size, to the vertical. That way it tries to fit it the best it can. So it seems to me that either horizontal or fill would be the job. And if I need to move it up or down to give a better space on it, I just simply change the offset so that I can push it up. Let's say let's see a 0.5. That's a little too much. 0.05 would be a little small amount that I can do. And then I can try to move my camera around, remembering that my ground plane is the grid is working on the actual space. I'm not moving anything, just my camera, so my image plane there, so I can see right there that we've got the beginning place for me to start modeling those rocks. So I lock my camera and then I start modeling the rocks. I'm going to open up the file in which I already had the modeled rocks. You can see it right there, and if I can just go to my layers, I just have my rocks there. If I look at this through a different angle, the camera is right there. If I turn on my grid, my grid is kind of closer to where the rocks are. It's not doesn't have to be completely lined, but the grid kind of was my initial location. You can see there based on my grid. Some of the rocks are higher than the other ones, which is the way kind of shows up the way on that ground plane there. So that's it with that camera. I and my ground plane modeled. I should be able to work and start creating, bringing in my creature or my other objects, referencing them in, and then creating my layers to render out. Well, I hope this helps you and gives you a guidance on how to use an image plane in order to set up your camera to render your scene.